Thank you, Mr. President. 50 years ago, in August 1963, Martin Luther King wrote that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. When a factory full of human beings collapses in Bangladesh, it matters in Bucyrus and Boardman and Bellefontaine. When the concrete ceiling of a shoe factory crumbles in Cambodia, it matters in Salina and Canton. Earlier this month, we observed Workers' Memorial Day. We pause, we remember those Americans who lost their lives on the job. We honor their memories. We've passed laws to help ensure that no other child waits by the door for a mother or a father who will never return home from work. Out of the ashes of the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire 100 years ago in New York City, we fought and won workplace safety reforms that helped save lives, countless lives, decade after decade after decade in our country. Even though we've passed the Occupational Safety and Health Administration Health Act of 1970, even though we have the National Labor Relations Board, we still have a moral responsibility to be vocal about violations to worker safety wherever it happens, whether it happens in Cleveland, whether it happens in Honolulu, whether it happens in Bangladesh. We're interconnected with this world. Our economy is linked to the women and children, to the people whose names we don't know, the workers we don't know, who sew labels we all know in our shirts and in our sweaters. American retailers, European retailers purchase some 2/3 of Bangladeshi garment production. That's why, Mr. President, in the aftermath of the deadly Rana Plaza collapse in Bangladesh, in the Wingstar Shoes collapse outside of Phnom Penh, we might have expected outraged American companies to take action. Not exactly what happened. Which member of this multi-billion-dollar industry will speak out for workers who face hazardous conditions for a minimum wage, in many cases of just $38 per month, making the clothes that we wear in this country? Today, Leader Reid, Senators Harkin of Iowa, Durbin of Illinois, Levin of Michigan, Leahy of Vermont, Murray of Washington State, and Rockefeller of West Virginia and I sent a letter to some of our leading American retailers. We're urging retailers like Walmart to sign on to a legally binding global accord to help ensure worker safety in Bangladesh. We're asking a list of American companies, we're asking a number of the largest retailers in America to sign on to this legally binding global accord to help ensure worker safety in Bangladesh. Remember, injustice, as Dr. King wrote some 50 years ago, injustice anywhere threatens our ability to create a more just world. Signing this accord from our retailers is one step that our leading retailers can take to help usher in a new era of justice in this new century. Thank you, Mr. President. I note the absence of a quorum.
Clerk will call the roll.
Mr. Alexander.